Welcome, friends, to HeCast, and this is our very first episode, and we're starting big, super big. I'm your host, He-Man, defender of Eternia, holder of the power sword, and the guy who's eaten more protein shakes than breakfasts. And for our debut, we're going straight to the top, or maybe straight to the bottom of Snake Mountain, because my guest today is none other than my arch-enemy, Skeletor. That's right, the bone-headed sorcerer himself. But today, we're not here to swing swords or throw each other into conveniently placed bushes. We're here to talk about what it was like to be part of one of the biggest cartoon and toy invasions of the 1980s, Masters of the Universe. You know, Skeletor, most people don't realize we were basically born in a Mattel brainstorming session in 1981. They originally wanted Conan the Barbarian action figures, but the license fell through. So they invented me. The heroic barbarian with a magic sword. You, Boneface, were inspired by an old Dem Bones figure and a Halloween skull mask. You remember that?
Of course I remember. They recycled my perfect bone structure on the cheap. I was meant to be a nightmare, and instead I got turned into a Saturday morning cartoon villain with punchlines. At least I mastered the art of the evil laugh, without lips.
A lot of people think our rivalry is just cartoon drama. Magic swords, laser beams, and me throwing you into a bush. But in reality, we were designed to sell the good guy versus bad guy dynamic that would hook kids and keep them coming back for more figures.
Exactly, Muscle Brain. From the start, Mattel's strategy was conflict. They didn't just design me to be scary. They made me your equal. Blue skin, skull face, creepy voice. The perfect opposite to your tan muscles, shining smile, and Prince Charming haircut.
In those early mini-comics, you were dead serious. No goofy insults yet. You were after the two halves of the power sword, mine and yours, to unite them, open Castle Grayskull, and take over Eternia.
And no rules about not hurting each other. Those comics had me trying to vaporize you, not just politely inconvenience you until the moral lesson. The Filmation cartoon in '83, that's when it got softer. No one could die, no one could take a real punch, and my brilliant plots ended with me falling into a swamp.
You still kept coming. Over 130 episodes, you were always there. New gadgets, new minions, new schemes. And behind the scenes, we were basically the two flagships for toy sales. You were the #2 best-selling figure in the whole line.
Only #2 because parents didn't want their sweet little angels owning a skull-faced sorcerer. You were Mr. All-American, blonde, buff, shirtless, and spouting safety tips. But without me, you'd just be a muscle guy waving a sword at bad weather.
I'll give you that. We were total opposites, light and dark. But in the end, we made each other icons. The crazy thing is, the toys often came first, before the stories. Kids would rip open the packaging and boom, we'd be duking it out on living room carpets.
And the variants. I had so many. Battle Armor Skeletor, Dragon Blaster Skeletor. I was a limited edition without the price tag. Your Battle Armor had that little damage reveal feature. Mine, sprayed green water from a rubber dragon backpack. Took me years to get rid of the smell.
You know, Skeletor, while we were the faces, well, my face and your skull, there were real people bringing our voices to life. For me, it was John Irwin. He could switch from Prince Adam's polite voice to my heroic, by the power of Grayskull, in a heartbeat.
And for me, Alan Oppenheimer, the genius who gave me the greatest cackle in animated history. He didn't just play Skeletor, he was Skeletor. Well, a friendlier, human-skinned version of me.
I'll give Alan credit. That laugh of yours was so over the top, kids remembered it for decades.
And John? Even in battle scenes, he made you sound like you were politely explaining table manners. Skeletor, please stop trying to conquer Eternia. It's very rude.
Alan didn't just do you. He voiced Man-at-Arms, Merman, and Cringer. It was like he had a monopoly on Eternia's vocal cords.
Yes, and thanks to them, our voices became as iconic as our looks.
Filmation had strict rules. No one could die. No real punches, just gentle shoves. That's why I always ended up tossing you into bushes.
And those moral lessons at the end, help your grandma cross the street, please. I'd have preferred learn the ways of dark sorcery. But hey, we were broadcast in over 70 countries. That's still a power move. This summer, fashion meets domination. From the darkest depths of Snake Mountain comes Skeletor Wear. Tired of heroic fashion? Bright colors? Smiling faces? Disgusting. With Skeletor Wear, you too can look like you just declared war on the entire universe. Battle-ready jackets in bone white and villain black. Loincloths in 6 new sinister fabrics, including battle armor denim. And for the kids, the official Mini Minion hoodie, complete with detachable Havoc Staff zipper pull. Every garment crafted to perfection. And each one comes with a limited edition holographic trading card of me looking fabulous. Order now, and you'll get Skeletor's power shoulder pads. Add instant intimidation to any outfit. Supplies limited to the first 500 intergalactic orders. Join the dark side of style. Skeletor Wear, because evil never looked this good.
There were so many characters and masters of the universe. Sometimes I didn't know who half the people in the background were.
My evil warriors alone could fill a convention hall. Beastman, Trapjaw, Evil Lyn, Merman, Clawful, plus Stinker, who actually smelled like a skunk.
And the heroic warriors, Man-at-Arms, Tila, Orko, Ram-Man, Stratos, and yes, Clampchamp, the guy who was literally a walking clamp.
Some of them were made up on the spot. Toy first, story later. That's how you end up with a lobster man and a robot knight sharing screen time.
My best buddy? Battle Cat. Loyal, strong, and not looking to steal my spotlight.
Mine? Evil Lyn? Smart, capable, but I never fully trusted her. Beastman was loyal, but smelled like wet carpet. Trapjaw couldn't eat soup. And Merman was Merman.
You know, Skeletor, it's funny. Back in the 80s, kids just ripped us out of the packaging and smashed us together on the carpet. Today, mint condition figures can sell for thousands of dollars.
Yes, a carded original He-Man from 1982, when with the first run packaging, can go for over $5,000 at auction. And my original Skeletor, around the same, sometimes more if the staff and armor are intact. Finally, I'm worth my weight in plastic.
And that's just the basics. Some of the rarest figures are prototypes that never made it to shelves, like the Wonder Bread He-Man, a mysterious variant that collectors still debate to this day. Was it a mail-away promo? A factory mistake? Nobody knows for sure, but if you have one, you're holding a $10,000 figure.
Don't forget Laser Light Skeletor and Laser Power He-Man, released only in Europe in the late 80s with electronics inside. Those are holy grails for any collector. Last I heard, a boxed Laser Skeletor sold for over $10,000.
And then there's the convention scene. Every year there's PowerCon, a convention dedicated to Masters of the Universe and She-Ra. Started in Los Angeles back in 2011, it's become the place where fans, collectors, and even some of our old creators show up.
Yes, fans line up for exclusive convention figures, limited runs you can only buy at PowerCon. In 2013, they released a Castle Grayskullman figure to celebrate the 30th anniversary. A literal warrior with the castle for a head. Ridiculous, yet glorious.
And collectors don't just stop at toys. There are lunchboxes, bed sheets, Halloween costumes. Even the original Castle Grayskull playset can fetch big money if it's complete with all the pieces.
Ha! Most of those are missing the little laser cannon or the trapdoor cover. A complete playset in the box. That's another few $1,000s easy. Children of the 80s had no idea they were destroying their own retirement funds by actually playing with us.
It's amazing. What was once a $5 toy is now a collector's investment portfolio.
And the best part? I don't even need to conquer Eternia anymore. I just need to get on eBay.
Before we wrap this up, Skeletor, how about your top 10 quotes from the old days?
Gladly. Pure gold, all of them, here they come. I must possess all or I possess nothing. You muscle-bound buffoon? I am not nice, I am not kind, and I am not wonderful. You bumbling boob, everything comes to he who waits, and I have waited so very long. I'll get you for this, He-Man. I am the Alpha and the Omega. You royal boob. Why do I surround myself with fools? Even the robots are smarter than you. I'll be back. And when I am, I'll make you wish you'd never been born.
You insulted more people than you ever defeated.
Nonsense! My words were weapons. He-Man. And unlike your sword, mine didn't need recharging.
And that's all for today's He-Cast. Thanks, Skeletor, for not stealing my sword during the recording. Next time, maybe She-Ra, or Battlecat if he's awake. Stay strong, friends. And remember, the real power is helping others. Or, as Skeletor would say,
Boop, helping others serve me.
oh, and before we go, in real life, Skeletor is actually the better arm wrestler. And rumor has it, back in the 80s, he was even considered as the villainous counterpart in Over the Top with Sylvester Stallone.
True story, but I turned it down. Why? Because there's no glory in beating Stallone unless you can follow it up by conquering Eternia. This was the HECAST podcast. Thanks for having me. Subscribe and follow for more He-Cast content. I'll be back, and when I am, I'll make you wish you'd never been born.
Skeletor fights, action figures.